Welcome guys to the first event of the South African Racing Community Online, also known as SARCO. This is a 6-event series. We're locked on the American tracks and each event has 2 races, a 15-minute and a 30-minute. We're in the GTO Calss and we're locked to the Mustange Cobra TransAm and we're at Watkins Glen. So sit back and enjoy the highlights of the first race. So having a look at our starting lineup, we do have an 11 strong grid for this first race. Unfortunately, during the qualifying, we did lose POD and Bruno due to disconnections. The starting lineup for this first race is Jakes, Craig, Marius, who we've recruited from White Knuckle Racing. Welcome to our series, Marius. Andrew, Dylan, Gerard, Ash, Johan, Gamid, Jacques and Roy. Sit back and enjoy the start. Waiting for that green light. Green light, go, 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 go. Both Craig and Andrew getting amazing starts off the line there. Both jumping up a place. Craig leads him into turn 1 with Andrew having a look on the inside there from Jakes, but Jakes shuts that door. They head on and they're prepared to go into the S's. Craig, Jakes, Andrew and Marius. Oh, Jakes has a great line coming through there. Has to force Craig wide and Jakes takes the lead as they head on to the straight. Further down the field we chase Johan as they head into the bus stop. To the bus stop they go. Bit of contact there in the front. Gerard and Dylan collide. Oh, Johan goes straight into the front of Dylan. As we look at our leaders coming through, Jakes in first place, Andrew's moved himself up to second, Marius has moved to third and Craig to fourth. I'm assuming that Craig had a penalty that he had to tap off and let the other guys go through. So trackside with our race leader Jakes, who's come out of turn number 10. Oh, we see in the background there that Andrew's lost the rear and he's put it into the wall as he came out of 10 himself. So the current positions are Jakes, Marius, Craig, Gamid, Roy, Jacques, Johan, Gerard, Ash, Andrew and Dylan. We pick up the action as Gerard and Johan start approaching to start their third lap. Gerard taking the inside line as they head down to turn number 1. Late on the brakes, but Johan's gone with the faster outside line. Awesome overtake there by Gerard, but Johan using that speed on that outside to just pull himself through and hold that position. Gerard lines himself up now as they head down the straight. Will he get him as they go through the bus stop? Gerard has a look on the inside, but has to pull out at the last moment there. To the bus stop they go. Johan, Gerard. This is becoming a 3-way battle now with Johan, Gerard and Ash, all trying to fight for positions further down the field. Off they go to head to turn number 10. Everyone's clear through there. Ash has had a little look on the outside to go around the outside, but Gerard cuts him off. Will Gerard go on the inside line here? Ash tight behind them. Johan, Gerard, Ash. As we chase Andrew as we go down into turn number 1. The battle for 6, 7, 8 and 9. Johan heads up through the S's, followed by Gerard, Ash and Andrew. Onto the straight they go. Ash tucking up behind Gerard, trying to get as much of that slipstream as possible. Andrew's also got a great run. He lines up Ash late on the brakes and takes that position as they go into the bus stop. Very tight line there as Andrew entered the bus stop. Going into turn number 5, the outer loop. Will Andrew be able to get on the inside of Gerard here? Johan shuts the door. Gerard has a look on the inside, but to no avail. These guys have all caught up to Roy now. Now it's 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, all within a second of each other. Extremely close. Oh no, there's an impact. I'm not too sure who that was. We'll have to go back to the replay and have a look. So what we see here is Gamid, who's lost it. He's now trying to join the track. Roy's come flying down, try to avoid him. Gamid has lost the rear and gone straight underneath him. So quick look at the positions of lap 5 of this race. It is Jakes, Marius, Craig, Andrew, Ash, Johan, Jacques, Gamid, Gerard, Roy and Dylan. This has left Roy stranded in the middle of the road and gathers Gerard as they come through and puts him straight into that Armco. Andrew going into turn number 1, currently in 4th place. Oh, gets the rear out of shape. That allows Ash to go past him, followed by Johan and Jacques from Turtle Racing. Great shot there of the two Turtle Racing guys, Johan and Jacques, as they head down the back straight to approach the bus stop. Sparks flying, this car is extremely low. We catch up with our race leader on lap number 9 of the 15-minute race. Positions are Jakes, Marius, Craig, Ash, Johan and Jacques. Still very close there. Andrew, Dylan has moved himself up from 11th to 8th. Roy in 9th, Gamid 10th and Gerard in 11th. Great shot there of the two piston coloured cars of Dylan and Andrew as they go through turn number 10 and set themselves up for turn 11. So we're 11 laps into this race and we still have the Turtle Racing guys in a heated battle of Johan in front and Jacques taking a little bit of a shortcut that's definitely going to ruin his chances to take in that position now. That must have been the commentator's curse. I do apologize there, Jacques. And a final view of our race winner, Jakes, as he crosses the line to take first. Second place will go to Marius, 3rd Craig, 4th Ash, 5th Johan, 6th Jacques, 7 for Dylan, 8 for Andrew, 9 for Roy, Gamid 10 and Gerard in 11. So we now move on to the second race of the evening. This is now a 25-minute race. The guys had one lap flying qualifier to do, and this has definitely made it interesting up front there. So in pole position once again we have Jakes. Second place is Marius. Third place is Craig. Dylan moves himself up from 7th to 4th place. We then have Andrew in 5th and Gerard in 6th. Then from 7th place we have Ash. Then from 7th place we have Ash, Jacques, Roy, Gamid, and then Yaku joins us for this race. And off they go. Morris has had a fantastic start on the outside there, leaving Jake standing as he goes into turn 1 in first place. Andrew having a look on the inside there, but Craig will maintain their place as they head up through the S's. We chase behind Andrew as they head onto the back straight. It is Marius, Jakes, Craig, Andrew and Dylan in the top 5 places as they approach the bus stop. Into the bus stop they go, much tighter line there by Andrew. Oh no, there's contact up front, big impact. Oh my goodness. So having a look at the replay here, we see Morris has hit the brakes, Jakes has had nowhere to go, spun him around and left Craig and Jakes heading straight for the wall. Not too sure where I've heard that before, but big impact for the top 3 guys from the previous race. On board with Andrew as he crosses the line. You can see that the scaffolding inside this car is extremely invasive. Just having a look at the current positions. Andrew in first, Dylan second, Ash third, Gerard fourth, Yaku fifth, Roy 6, Johan 7, Jacques 8, Jakes 9, Marius 10, Gamid 11 and Craig in 12. Great shot of the piston racing drivers there, Andrew and Dylan coming through the bus stop, followed by Ash and Gerard. Shot of Ash and Gerard coming through the S's there. Oh, Ash has probably gone a bit wide, had to slow down, and he gives that place up. And now I see that there was Johan in the background there, so taking 2 places, Ash losing 2 places coming through the S's there. Unfortunate. Once again the Turtle Racing drivers locked in position, followed closely by Jakes, who unfortunately had that massive incident going through the bus stop on the first lap. So the battle for 5th becomes Roy, Johan, Jakes, Jacques and Yaku. As we're tracking Roy as he goes around turn number 11. Lap 7 following Johan, as Roy and Jakes prepare to overtake Marius, who's about to be lapped. Jakes takes the inside line, Roy tightens up, they touch, contact, up against the wall, Jakes has hit the wall, Johan's hit Jakes, an absolute disaster. This allows Jacques to move up to 5th place. That was 3 places he took within that corner. At the end of lap 7, Dylan in 3rd place, followed by Gerard, who's made a huge mistake. The car just hasn't turned in, and he's given that place to Gerard. Gerard moves himself up to 2nd place. On board with Andrew, lap number 9. He comes through the buses, turns on the power. Oh, he's lost the rear end, putting him into the wall and allowing Gerard to go through for 1st place. So driving on board with our race leader, halfway through lap number 10, the positions are Gerard, Andrew, Dylan, Ash, Roy, Johan, Jacques, Marius, Jakes, Craig, Yaku and Hamid. So near the end of lap number 10, Andrew's come in a little bit hot. He's hit the inside of that curb, it's unsettled the rear and it sends him around, allowing Dylan to take 2nd place. On board with Ash, and you see that he too gets a place, and Ash moves himself up to a very respectable 3rd. Approaching the end of lap number 13, we see our race leader Gerard opting to take the pit. He did tell me afterwards that he thought there was a mandatory pit, so he did the drive-through here. But all he did was hand the lead to Dylan and allow Ash to come past to put himself into 2nd place. We drive on board with our race leader Dylan on the end of the 16th lap. The positions are Dylan, Ash, Gerard, Andrew, Johan, Jakes, Craig, Marius, Roy, Jacques, Gamid and Yaku. At this stage the field is pretty well spread out. Not much action because there's a couple of seconds between each of the vehicles. Those tyres are really starting to give up, but Dylan's been driving a great race, kept it a lot calmer, consistently keeping those lap times together to try not make any mistakes and not have to pit. Little incident on the last lap, lap 21. Gerard coming to overtake, I made a back marker to lap him. Unfortunately there just wasn't enough space left there and it sent Gerard spinning. Here we have a look at Dylan as he comes around the last corner to take a win in the 2nd race of the series. Great effort there. Crosses the line to win, and the positions will be Dylan, Ash in 2nd, Gerard in 3rd, Andrew 4th, Jakes in 5th, a great recovery there, Craig in 6th, Johan in 7th, Roy 8th, Marius 9, Gamid 10 and Jacques in 11, as Dylan does a little bit of showboating and burns out the last of his fuel. Thank you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. This was the first event of 6. There will be another race in the next 2 weeks. I will definitely put up those results. If you liked the video, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you soon, yo.